This is Block 8, Pax Americana, Section 2, the beginning of the Cold War, with the section, The Voice of America. Another Cold War mission that Congress took upon itself in 1948, Congress said, hey, how can people behind the Iron Curtain, how can people living in the Soviet bloc know, how wonderful it is to live in freedom and live in the West and live in America? They said, well, we ought to tell them. So the Voice of America was Congress authorizing radio broadcasts to be beamed into nations behind the Iron Curtain. Now, obviously, if you were living in Poland, you did not get to listen to very much radio from the United States and Great Britain, and in fact, that's an exaggeration. You did not get to listen at all of American or British broadcasts during the Cold War whatsoever. And so it was in the interest of the Soviet Union to make the West sound as bad as possible and to make the Soviet Union look as good as possible. And the Voice of America was a radio show that could be secretly tuned into by people behind the Iron Curtain, and they would get a sense of what life was like in the West, in America. Listening to it within the Soviet bloc is a crime, punishable by, when Stalin's alive, execution, and then after him they send you to the Gulag, where you make little rock out of big rock. But people listened anyway in the Soviet Union. They listened clandestinely. They listened without betraying any sense. They listened under great risk to their lives, to the Voice of America. It was beamed in from free countries in Western Europe to the occupied countries behind the Iron Curtain. Voice of America, a Cold War success.